Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's video, let's have a quick look at a bonus series, Bugatti Blitz, featuring 3 Bugattis. You can find it in the Season 4 subsection of the Road Collection. And of course, the one car that can complete this series, bonus series 100%, is the one that's going to be featured in the limited series that's coming up very soon in the current round. It's not the first time we're running through it. Obviously, I won it from previous instance when we had the limited series featuring the same car. I want to say round 4 of season 4. I'll have the link to that limited series, the previous limited series playthrough, in the description box below. So if you guys are interested in checking that out for posterity's sake, it'll be there. But I believe in terms of, I know this video is not about the limited series, but if you want to jump ahead, I'll make a separate video for the limited series. But if you want to just kind of like think about whether it's worth running, how much it's going to cost, the PR requirement is the same for limited series last time as it is this time. So you can just kind of at least get some information there. But that's not what this video is about. This is about the bonus series. So let's hop in and find out what we got in this series. So pay homage to the Bugatti EB110 in an excitingly new take with the Bugatti Centodieci. Maybe I should have just called it EB Centodieci as well, because 110 in Italian, Centodieci. So there you go. The odd Bugatti car in here is, of course, a Divo. That's not 110. It doesn't quite go up to 110, I guess. So anyway, it's a bonus series with 20 tiers total, featuring 3 cars. So of course we got 3 showcase tiers featuring the 3 cars, exclusive to each car, right? Each showcase tier, and an accompanying time trial for that specific car. So if you don't own all 3 cars, then it is not possible to 100% complete this series. However, in order to reach be able to unlock all the cup races here, which requires PR 93.4, only car that can do that is going to be, of course, Centodieci, because this is a bonus series dedicated to that, for that car, and the other cars are in the series as I don't know, kind of a like lineage, right, of the line here of this Bugatti. So right, so there are a total of 51 events, 48 trophy events, and 3 time trials. So let's see. Total rewards available here are going to be 66 gold and 66,000 racing dollars, road dollars. That too. And let's see what else. So the first 25% completion pays 8 gold and 8,000 racing dollars, as you can see, and you'll get there by completing 13 events. So that's going to be like in tier 6. And let's see. PR requirement to get that far is going to be 38.8. So if you have either Divo or Centodieci, then you'll be able to reach that without even putting a single upgrade on either of those cars. But the old EB 110 Super Sport, its base PR is 34.7. I mean, that car is like, boy, like 30 years senior, right? That's the car from the 90s, the EB110 Super Sport, compared to Centodieci, which came out in 2022. So yeah, things have changed quite a bit over the course of those 30 years, especially in the car technology, right? So, yeah. So, but it's kind of nice to have the car of the same lineage featured in the same bonus series. It's always nice to have more than one car, right? Especially for bonus series. So anyway, so that's the first 25% completion, and then 50% completion will pay additional 13 gold and 13,000 racing dollars, and you need to complete essentially 26 events. So if you just go work your way from left to right, because you have to unlock each tier in this bonus series, you will reach 50% completion in tier 11, and that will require PR 44.6 to reach. All right, which is, yeah, it's right behind the second car showcase and time trial, the Divo, right? And then the next reward tier, 75% completion, which pays additional 18 gold and 18,000 racing dollars. You need to complete 39 events. So that you get in tier 16. And the PR requirement to reach that far is 68.9. So if you only own the classic Bugatti EB 110 Super Sport, that card maxed out, taps out at 54.5. So you're not going to get past the 50% completion for that one. However, if you have your Divo maxed out, Divo maxes out at PR 93.1. So obviously, you can easily reach 75% completion without much trouble at all. In fact, base PR for Divo starts at 77.9. So as long as you own that car, along with the EB110 Super Sport, yeah, you have 75% completion with Divo with 0 upgrade. So that's something. And of course, 100% completion requires you to complete all the events, all time trials, have all cars, right? That's gonna require PR 93.4. But before that, the final tier, so to speak, the reward tier, pays out the remaining 27 gold and 27,000 racing dollars. And as I said, PR 93.4. Remember, Divo only goes up to 93.1, so just a 0.3 PR point shy of being able to 100% complete with Divo, and it is left up to Centodieci to complete that, because you can max out all the way up at 95. But if you're not going all like maxing out Centodieci, then in order to complete this series, you need to basically get most of the upgrades needed. Like, it's going to cost you 1,165 gold, and you, of course, need to get all the racing dollar upgrades available for this car, which is going to cost you some 2,770,000 racing dollars. So some of the later racing dollar upgrades take a while to upgrade, but that's still at least just up racing dollars. So not a huge deal, right? You just have to watch some ads if you're impatient. So anyway, let's look at the actual events featured here, and we'll just kind of unlock each tier with, I'll just use my gold and restore later, so we can get an overview of what we're in for here, right? If you're interested in, for example, running that new limited series that's coming up, whether any of these interest you, right? So, tier 1. All right, we got Speed Snap at Hockenheim Short, head-to-head at Lime Rock Park night race. It's going to be at in the road course configuration. So, certainly the EB110 Super Sport and Divo, we never raced those cars at Lime Rock Park, so it's an opportunity to take the old cars to a new track in the game. So there's that, right? And then the cup for tier 1 is gonna be at Spa, 2 laps. And since there's no PR requirement, any of the cars obviously can run. While we're at it, let's compare the specs of these cars, shall we? All right, so contender number 1, Bugatti EB110 Super Sport, or should I just call it Centodieci Super Sport? Go authentic or something. All right, service time, 3 hours, and it's gonna cost you 1,415 racing dollars, but who's counting, right? Base PR starts at 34.7, as you can see, maxes out at 54.5. The cost of the car itself is 410 gold, but obviously, if you get the showcase discount, then it knocks off 20%, so it brings it down to 328 gold. And the car itself is featured in 3 bonus series in Road Collection, of course. So obviously this one, Bugatti Blitz in Season 4. And in Season 2, you'll find another series featuring this car called the Golden Ratio. And in Legend Collection, way back, yeah, that's how far this car goes back in the game. In Legend section, there's a bonus series called Clash of Icons. And this car, you'll find it in that series as well. So I'll have link to some of these bonus series that I've already ran through the playlist links in the description box below. So if you guys are interested in checking out some of the series these cars featured in here are featured in, or the limited series that we had or special event that we ran through to win this car, check the description box below. Find them there. All right. So, and in terms of cost of upgrades, racing dollar upgrades only, that's just the stage 1 upgrades only, cost 308,200 racing dollars and brings your PR up to 39.7. That's the number. And when you max it out, obviously, you have PR 54.4 at the cost of 781 gold and 1.2 million racing dollars and change. Right, so not terribly pricey. And upgrade trees are, as you can see here, 6 upgrades available on engine. Drivetrain, body, suspension, exhaust all have 4 upgrades available on those categories, and the brakes and tires and wheels, 3 upgrade tiers available there. All right. And the top speed, 240 kph. Acceleration, 3.78 seconds. Braking distance, 96 meters. And the grip of 1.29 G. So it's a car from the 90s. Not even mid or late 90s. This is closer to the 80s. 1992, right? So a classic. All right, but iconic at the time. All right, the next contender, Divo. All right. Now this car, of course, came out in 2019, so significantly more powerful. Base PR 77.9, as I mentioned earlier, goes all the way up to 93.1. The car itself costs 850 gold if you're to buy it, and if you take showcase discount advantage, you can get it for 680. But with these cars, when there's a special event or limited series, generally wait for those events because it's a cheaper way to win the car, or you win the car with upgrades, which is always beneficial. So that'll be my recommendation. Service time, once again, 3 hours at the cost of just under 2,000 racing dollars. And let's see, this car is featured in 4 different series because it's got its own exclusive series, as you can see the golden crown in the corner of this screen. But anyway, bonus series. We're talking Bugatti Blitz, of course. We're looking at it right now. Speed Titans, you'll find it in Season 3. of the road collection. And in Legends section, it's under Supercar Renaissance. I believe that was the featured series feature for this car. And of course, once you have the car fully upgraded, you have access to the exclusive series, which I have posted my playthrough of the exclusive series for Divo on my channel. So I'll have the link to that series in the description box below. So if you're interested, it'll be there. All right. And then the upgrades, right, and their cost. So racing dollar upgrades only. Yes. Stage 1 upgrades only. The 7 upgrades, right, brings your PR up to 81.8 at the cost of some 693,500 racing dollars. And if you were to max it out, it's gonna cost you whopping 1,650 gold. Yeah, this is one of the more pricier upgrade cars. And then 2.7 million racing dollars. But what's a couple of million racing dollars between friends, right? Anyway, and yeah, upgrade tree. This tree is up same as Centodieci, which is 4 upgrades on engine, drivetrain, body, brakes, and tires and wheels. And we get more upgrades available in suspension. So we got 5 stages there. And then exhaust, there are 3 upgrades available, making up total 28 upgrades. All right, so yeah, and this car was won through Club Day event. So that was a required PR event. So if you try to win this car from special event, you will end up with 3 upgrades across the board, right? If you're interested in details, check out the description box below. But here, our main headliner, Centodieci. All right, so this car's base PR is 78.2, so that's starting point. Maxes out, as you can see, at 95 at the cost of 1,650 gold. So the upgrade cost is more or less identical to Divo. So pretty pricey car once again. But the car's cost itself is a little bit higher, 900 gold. So if you can win it, as I said, through limited series, it is better deal. But if you miss out or if you're not able to afford it at the moment, the showcase discount brings it down to 720 gold. So yeah, pretty pricey. I know. And the car is featured in this bonus series, of course, and exclusive series. That's all we get for Centodieci. So maybe in the future they'll have more bonus series with this car in the roster. But for now, this is it. So, all right. Service time, once again, 3 hours. Repair cost, exact same as Divo, 1,997 racing dollars. And the upgrade tree, also identical. However, racing dollar upgrades only, even though it costs the same amount, 693,500 racing dollars. Because you start with a higher PR, you end up with a little bit higher PR, 82.5. Right. And then once you max it out, it's gonna, as I said, gets your PR all the way up to 95. But if you just want to get this series complete, then here, let's go into detail. So you don't need the last gold upgrade in body. So that saves you a little bit of gold. And then suspension, you do want to max it out. And you don't need the final gold upgrades on brakes and tires and wheels. So you end up with a 443, then 5333. And that's going to cost you 1,165 gold. And like you need all the racing dollar upgrades. And that'll bring your PR up to 93.4 in order to 100% complete this series. Now, Because the cost and the upgrades and the PR are closer between Divo and Centodieci, let's compare the spec between these two, right? So top speed for Centodieci is 255 kph, while Divo has 263. So top speed, 265 versus 263, pretty comparable, right? And the acceleration, 2 seconds on Divo, 1.99 seconds in Centodieci. So can you get it any closer, right? They're pretty comparable. Breaking this 87, or I've been going by metric. I was gonna say these speeds seems like 265 kph. That's really slow for this car. No, I meant miles per hour. I forgot. I converted the measurement to miles. Yes. So, yes, scrap what I said about the top speed. It's 265 miles per hour, mph, and 263 mph for Divo. And it was 240 mph for EV110. Anyway, but acceleration time is still in seconds, 0 to 60, right? I suppose 0 to 100, I suppose. And 87 feet for braking distance. Okay, that's more like it, because 87 meters for braking distance would be super, super far. And 88 feet for Divo, and 96 feet for EV110 Super Sport, right? And the grip, 1.85 G for Centodieci versus 1.82 G for Divo. And of course, we already saw Super Sport EV110, 1.28. Yeah, right. So those are three cars spec wise. All right, let's move on. Should we unlock and check out tier 2? All right, so tier 2, we got speed record at Nürburgring Grand Prix Circuit, endurance at Silverstone National Circuit, and the cup's gonna be at Dubai International Circuit, 3 laps with a PR requirement of 37.4. So unless you're running the EB110 Super Sport, you don't need any upgrades, right? For a while, right? And on to tier 3, we got speed snap at Monza Road Course, elimination at Porsche Test Track, short on-road circuit, and the cup is going to be at Laguna Seca, PR 38.8, and it's going to be a 4-lap cup. And that brings us to the first showcase tier featuring EB110 Super Sport, right? And for the showcase events, we got Autocross at Mount Panorama and Cup at Suzuka East, 8-lap Cup. Don't get too dizzy now. That's a lot of laps. And the time trial for EB110 Super Sport will take place at Monza Road Course. And the top time is in minute 20. That's quick actually for this car. Considering like F1 cars get like minute 10, right? At least like the 2019 version of the cars, if you don't cut any corners, I think that's a reasonable lap time. So with this road car, minute 20, is that for real? Whenever there's no PR showing, I get suspicious. I think that might be hacked. Minute 27. See, that looks more like second place here. That looks more like feasible. Very difficult, but feasible. But yeah, the top place, minute 10, minute 20, that doesn't sound right. It smells fishy. Anyway, next tier, tier 6, of course. You can claim your first 25% completion. You don't have to complete the tier. You just need like a single gold trophy here if you if you own the EB110 Super Sport, because we need 2 more trophies from here and the time trial completion to meet the completion requirement, right? So anyway, we got endurance, Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit head-to-head at Daytona Motorcycle Course, and the Cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix circuit. 5 laps. PR 42.2 required. Alright, so that's all good. Moving on, Tier 7, we got speed record at Melbourne, followed by drag race at the Brickyard Road Course, and the Cup at Catalunya National. PR 43.4 required for this 8-lap Cup. So some high lap count races, yeah. Even the Grand Prix circuit, I mean, it was Red Bull Ring, but still that had like 5 laps. So that's a lot of spinning around the circle. All right, on to Tier 8. We got Autocross at Lime Rock Park Road Course, Endurance at Porsche Test Track, Long On-Road Circuit, and the Cup is going to take place at Silverstone International Circuit. Once again, 9 laps, and the PR requirement is going to be 44.6. And that brings us to the second showcase tier featuring Bugatti Divo. All right, and this one, we got Speed Snap at Dubai Club Circuit, and Cup is going to be at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, and 7 laps. So, yeah, high lap count events. All right. Generally means you're bound to come across some traffic congestion, or you might be lapping some cars before the end of the race. If you're racing against your flag bots, right? So, all right. And the time trial featuring Divo will take place at Catalunya Grand Prix. Minute 10. Okay, this one, top 1, even though the PR is not disclosed, because P2 also is at a comparable time, minute 10. So I'll go with the number that they're giving us. And with Divo, I can see that being a feasible time. All right, on to Tier 11. We got Hunter at Monza Road Course, speed record at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix Circuit, and the Cup at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit. That's a tricky one. PR 44.6 required for the 8 laps at Leipzig. All right, and next tier, Tier 12, we got Elimination at Suzuka Grand Prix, Speed Snap at Lime Rock Park once again, Road Course, and the Cup at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, PR 58.9 required. And it's gonna be 9 laps, right? Yeah. And yeah, I was looking at the PR. So yeah, the EB110 Super Sport cannot really get past Tier 12, right? If you're just doing all the Cup races. But of course, if you own both Divo and the EB110 Super Sport, because you completed the showcase tiers, you will actually have unlocked Tier 13 and possibly 14 by that point. So you can at least go a little bit deeper in the series. But yeah, with the EB110 alone, you're kind of limited in terms of how far you can go. But at least you can go somewhere, right? You get stuck in Tier 12, but at least 50% completion is doable, I think. Anyway, Tier 13, we got speed record at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard Road Course, and Autocross at Laguna Seca, and the Cup at Monza Road Course, PR 68.9 required, and it's going to be 7 laps. So yeah, that's a pretty high lap count for some just about every race that we've had. Earlier ones, we just had a smaller, shorter circuit. Monza Road Course, not exactly, I mean, it's not longest, but I would say I put it in the middle of the road in terms of lengthwise featured in the tracks in this game. So that's not, I would say that's pretty lengthy. All right, and that brings us to the final showcase tier featuring the king of the hill here, Centodieci, right? So We got head-to-head at Catalunya Club Circuit, and the cup is going to be at Melbourne. 11 laps. What do you know? Expected, right? High lap count races here. And the Centodieci time trial will take place at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. And yeah, that's a fast one. Top time 32 seconds and change. Yeah, that tracks. All right. That's a sprint. All right, that brings us to your 75% completion tier, tier 16. And we got Hunter at Spa, Elimination at Mount Panorama, and Cup at Dubai Grand Prix Circuit with a PR requirement of 68.9. And we got a 6-lap Cup. So once again, that is a pretty high lap count race at any Grand Prix circuit, right? All right, and next year, tier 17, we got Autocross at Silverstone International Circuit, Speed Record at Suzuka East, and the Cup at Lime Rock Park West Circuit, PR 78.2 required, and it's gonna be 13 laps. So yeah, super high lap counts that we're encountering here. And on to the tier 18. I mean, super high lap count, that's not in, let's say, our NASCAR section, because in NASCAR, we do get like 20 lap races, right? Or Richmond, I think we had like, I feel like we had more than 20 laps at Richmond. It's been a while, but I feel like we might have had like 40 laps. But of course, those tracks tiny, right? It's like, talk about getting dizzy. That one, you'll really get dizzy. All right, anyway, I digress. Back to Bugatti Blitz, tier 18. We got head-to-head at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, elimination at Dubai Club Circuit, and the cup is going to take place at Hockenheim. Of course, it's going to be the short circuit variation layout. PR 83.4 required, and the 12 laps. So, pretty high lap count once again. And that brings us to the penultimate tier, tier 19. And we got Speed Snap at Laguna Seca, Autocross at Spa, and the Cup at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Road Course, PR 88.2. And it's going to be 10 laps. So, of course, both Centodieci and Divo can compete here, but there's a big PR leap heading into tier 20, the final tier. So yeah, the final cup is PR 93.4, which is not something Divo can do. So unfortunately, you have to own Centodieci. Of course, that's the car the series is featuring, so perhaps that's the way it goes, right? I mean, we know it's how it goes. They've been doing this for years, right? Anyway, final tier. We got head-to-head at Melbourne, Hunter at Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit, and the final cup at Mount Panorama. How many laps? It's going to be 9 laps. So that's going to be a spectacular race if you can afford it. All right, so that will do it for this overview video. So hopefully you guys got some useful information out of it. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.